Hey guys, I'm back from Boston, and it's also tomorrow, very important Mid-Autumn Festival, or 中秋节. Unfortunately, I already ate all my mooncake with my partner back in Boston. We made up in, close to distance, which is very good. So for today, I'm going to be focusing on something that is from the French, hors d'oeuvres, which means basically small treats. So hors d'oeuvres can be very complicated, can be very intricate, and I'll show you how to make them in 4 different ways. Feed MasterChef Canada and also the sponsor of this video, HelloFresh. So for hors d'oeuvres, of course, I went to Boston Chinatown, had some, nice yuebing, mooncakes, some nice hagao, some nice shumai, some very awesome, delectable Chinese hors d'oeuvres. But in the traditional American sense, hors d'oeuvres are basically formed into 4 main categories: savory, sweet, salty, and even, just to kick it up a notch, spicy. So I'll be making hors d'oeuvres with the following ingredients: strawberries, mangoes, leftovers from yesterday's dinner, Nature's Path from Costco, granola oats, sweet Thai chili, coconut flakes, Made Good berry granola balls, and last but not least, from Costco as well, Egg Frittata. So the first hors d'oeuvre I'm going to be making is going to be a savory hors d'oeuvre. I'll be serving them all in this beautiful, brand new cutting board. I know, unfortunately, you've seen me use this cutting board plenty of times, but I made it brand new this time. I basically cleaned up all the edges. I stopped in the Nitty Giovanni throwing, knives on boards. And it's a very interesting segue to Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival, the story of Chang'e and Hou Yi. So we're going to be downing these hors d'oeuvres, like basically Hou Yi shooting down the moon. So without further ado, here are some of the hors d'oeuvres I'm making. So I'll first be making the savory hors d'oeuvre. A savory hors d'oeuvre is basically a small complement of chicken and rice. So I'll be making a small version of chicken and rice for this hors d'oeuvre. A complementary bowl to serve the hors d'oeuvre in. Now these hors d'oeuvres are pretty special. They're not too crazy hard to make. This is compared to last episode, which was a whole, birthday cake almost over a month ago. These hors d'oeuvres are relatively easy to make. And also noticed I've permed up my hair as well. So definitely a lot has changed since my B-day. I've matured a lot in the Lord and a lot of other things. So you want to make chicken and rice, right? So you want to grab the leftover food you have for the hors d'oeuvre. I'm just pick out a few, few very key ingredients, such as, for example, broccoli here for chicken and rice hors d'oeuvre. So a little bit of rice is fine on the broccoli. So I put a little bit of broccoli here. Get some chicken, because it's a chicken hors d'oeuvre, and some rice. So put some rice here, another broccoli here, and 2 pieces of chicken right over here. I'll be actually heating this hors d'oeuvre for 30 seconds to eat it. I make it a little bit more, I guess, Japanese style. I'll be adding a bit of soy sauce for this hors d'oeuvre. And there you have it. The first hors d'oeuvre is already complete, chicken and rice. The next hors d'oeuvre will be very interesting. It'll be a fruit platter hors d'oeuvre. So I'm going to be making a fruit platter one here. So this is one of the shortest episodes so far proportionally. It will only be maximum 15 minutes long. So before the episode's over, I'll be done with the hors d'oeuvres. This one's a bit fancier, so I'm going to be using a bit of a fancier bowl here for this hors d'oeuvre. So for this hors d'oeuvre, I'm going to be adding a banana as well. What you want to do is basically shingle the banana on the bottom. So I'll be grabbing a small knife to shingle the bananas. Now this banana is just been riped, so it's just okay to eat. I believe my banana's a little bit too long after Boston trip, so bear with me for a second. So what I'm gonna do is shingle the banana pieces on the bottom, like this. You're busy shingling fruits, like a fruit tart. So you're just shingling the fruits. I'm gonna layer the hors d'oeuvre into like a 3-layer fruit thing. So of course, I'll talk more about my Boston trip, the meeting with the partner, and also good old ISGM Red Sox, whom haven't been playing very well this year, but I did enjoy the family park date and other things in my newest episode for I Was in Penn, Boston Networking Party. That'll be out tomorrow on Zhongqiujie on Mid-Autumn Festival. So for today, I'm basically only making portioning because I have work still. It's quite interesting. Work has become very good, learning more about Tableau, about other things. But still, for some reason, not quite getting where I want to be for data analytics. You can see I made basically the bottom layer of the banana. So time for the next layer, which is the mango, or cantaloupe in this case. Always make sure you clean up your hors d'oeuvre once you finish making them. So this is pretty easy. You grab the cantaloupe, you slice it down to pieces, and you just start nestling them in here as well. So these hors d'oeuvres are very, very free form. You can do whatever you want with them, really. But what you want is a very nice, intricate, like basically ready for like a party. So this is also related to the Boston University reunion I had in Boston this week. And last week was just like seeing all the great fancy food, being put together in a very juxtaposed position. It's very cute. And also it brings like a sense of wonder. Like the hors d'oeuvres you're making is actually good looking and good tasting. Because as Alvin Lung said in MasterChef Canada, taste is king. But looks are also very important as well. You see, I'm making a hors d'oeuvre relatively quick here because I already have all the ingredients made together. You're asking me, how do you come with these recipes, Jason? Did your partner tell you this? Did your mom and dad? No, I got these from HelloFresh. And actually, these are very easy to make recipes in terms of timing. So if you're like, strapped for time, if you watch a Celtics game or whatever, or even Florida to, go catch a UCF game, you can make these hors d'oeuvres in literally less than 10 minutes. Finally, the last fruit I'm gonna add for this hors d'oeuvre is strawberries. I've been adding strawberries quite a bit here in the portioning, from my birthday cake to now this. Make sure you get quality strawberries from Costco. Don't get any other strawberries from anywhere else because they will be very bad for you. You could risk E. coli and stuff like that. So definitely get good quality strawberries. Like this one, no bueno. Don't use this one. So adding some strawberries, jingling them nice and good with hors d'oeuvre. Nearly there. One more small strawberry should do the trick. And there you have it. There's your strawberry hors d'oeuvre. So you want to just basically make sure it covers everything. And now for some salt bay action. I'm gonna add the coconut salt bay. Here we go. There we go. So there's your fruit hors d'oeuvre. Very tasty, very delicious, very, very nutritious. So I already made 2 of the 4 hors d'oeuvres. There'll be 2 more to make. One's already made for me, technically speaking. It's egg frittata. So that one I'm going to be just heating up for a good, 30 seconds. I'll be heating a good 30 seconds. I'll be placing the frittata with a complement of sauce inside a ramen kit. So the egg frittata should be pretty much store-bought. Now I could make my own egg frittata, but I'd rather make it store-bought because it tastes a lot fresher once frozen. A lot more well-preserved. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month for September as well, frittata means in Spanish basically fritters, so it's like egg fritters. So egg frittata stays here. The real fancy boy about it, you can add in some, good old Thai sauce to make a nice international combination for the hors d'oeuvre. So add in some nice chili Thai sauce to frittata. Once the sauce, actually goes to my spoon and whatnot. Come on. Now, you don't want it over spilling. So you want to, sort of make it reasonable here. There you go. That's a lot of chili, but it gets the job done. Let's smother this nice, beautiful chili sauce all over the frittata. That way, it's a nice, good-looking, hors d'oeuvre, almost like a glaze for the frittata. There's a very elevated version of basically eggs and tomatoes here for the frittata. And last but not least, for the final hors d'oeuvre you're making, it's going to be with these batteries, granola mayonnaise. So this is actually pretty simple. This is the most easiest hors d'oeuvre to make. All you need is a little coconut milk. And of course, a little breakfast bowl. You add in the nice little coconut milk, like so. Now be very careful opening these. Make sure you don't scrap your hands. Just wiggle out the metal part. Yeah. Now put the coconut milk in here. Just halfway through, don't overfill the hors d'oeuvre. Start adding in your granola oats. And because my hands are already very messy, I'm going to use a spoon for this. Add your nice granola oats to the hors d'oeuvre. That should be good. And finally, top it off with some Costco Made Good blueberry mayonnaise. Dump the whole lot in there. Yep. And there you have it, the 4 hors d'oeuvres. A savory one with chicken and rice, a fruit part one, a frittata with tomato and chili sauce, and of course, breakfast cereal with granola and rolled oats. So these are the 4 hors d'oeuvres I've made for this episode. Now I'll be actually heating up these 2 to show you how it tastes. So I'll be actually tasting the hors d'oeuvre while doing the episode. So let me just first heat up these 2 baddies and we'll see what happens. Egg frittata is done. Now chicken and rice. So you can tell these hors d'oeuvres are done. There's the nice cooked chicken and rice hors d'oeuvre. There's a nice, you know, egg frittata with the Thai sauce. There's a beautiful fruit hors d'oeuvre, and then finally the breakfast cereal. So these are my typical 4 meal hors d'oeuvres. So it's like a version of what you eat typically in Florida, but a mini version. So it's like basically 1 meal with 4 hors d'oeuvres. So now comes the fun part, the taste test. And before I do, I'm just thank you, the sponsor for the episode, which is HelloFresh. Every time you want to have a meal, before a game, before a spin cycle, before watching Celtics or Heat or whatever, or watching Dame Lillard get traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, apparently, Dame not exactly keeping him for his grind anymore. You can also have HelloFresh to help you supply quick 30-minute meals. And of course, as always, it's sustainable and equally sourced food, locally sourced food. So I'm taking a picture of the hors d'oeuvre and let's start eating. So let me take a picture of the hors d'oeuvre and let's start eating. Because it's going to be Chinese mid-on festival, I'm going to be using my most prized chopsticks. I would use these, but these are more for fancy, dinner parties. So it's actually quite good. These are some solid bamboo chopsticks that would use for mid-on festival. I'm using wood ones instead. So first things first, I'm going to be trying the chicken and rice order. So this is the chicken and rice, broccoli, chicken and rice. So I'll be eating the whole thing. Pretty tasty. Chicken's very succulent, almost like Panda Express style. Broccoli's a little bit hard, and rice is pretty good. Gives a rating of 4 out of 5 mooncakes. All right, up next, this is the most interesting one: spicy frittata with Thai chili sauce. I'm going to use a fork for this one. A little spicy. Mm. Um. Ooh, wow, very spicy. Not my favorite. Only 2 out of 5. Too spicy. Egg is not well cooked. Definitely sticking with the old tomato standby. All right, next hors d'oeuvre, very interesting. Fruit platter hors d'oeuvre. Get a little bit of everything here. See, this is the beauty of fruit platter. You basically eat all the pieces at once, entirely. And I'll get the banana piece somehow over here. Yep, I got it. Oh, sometimes the fruit platter hors d'oeuvre can drop a few pieces. Be careful with that. You got everything on one bite. Okay, not done. A little dry. 2 out of 5 mooncakes. Finally, breakfast cereal hors d'oeuvre. It tastes like, breakfast cereal. Mmm. Pete Prince. I'll be there for the highs and lows. There you go. That's a high. That's a low. So yeah, the winner is definitely gonna be breakfast cereal hors d'oeuvre. No questions asked. I'll probably eat the chicken and rice any day of the week, the fruit platter every 2 weeks, and then hopefully never eat the frittata with spicy sauce. But yeah, that's a portion episode with Jason Liu. Tomorrow we'll be seeing the Argos Pencil for episode 8, which is Boston Network Party. Until then, man, if you celebrate, happy Zoncho Mid-Autumn Festival, and also happy Hispanic Heritage Month. See you guys later. Bye.